Hello and welcome back to the podcast of Self-Loathing. This is Andrew. Over there we got some RJ. Today we're talking about hating ourselves.
Okay, no, I don't think that's how it goes. I don't think so. So,
Well, okay, run that intro again.
okay. So what happens when a boy who looks like he perpetually needs to poop battles against 3 robbers?
Does he poop?
He looks like he needs to.
You are now listening to The Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Welcome back to the Backseat Critics as I beat Andrew to this one. My name's RJ.
My name's Andrew. This is the podcast where we talk about movies in a family-friendly way and movies that you should steer clear of.
And bonjour if you are not from the United States and listening to us, because for some reason we have a lot of that.
We wanted to thank all of you listeners for sticking with us, and we're actually kind of happy with what we're seeing as far as audience goes.
Antarctica, thank you.
Brazil, gracias.
New Zealand, thank you.
Just on the up and up, if you want to give us a follow, we're on YouTube at The Backseat Critics, and we're also on Instagram at The Backseat Critics, all one word.
Thank you if you're still following us, because I don't know why, but thank you.
We're so sorry for all of the content that we're pumping out for you guys.
But you guys love it for some reason, so we'll continue this for a little bit.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going into retirement.
Sure. You know what? We have more viewers than our 2 that we had for a while there. Than our 20, actually.
Yeah, we're kicking above average, which is good. So thank all of you.
Thank you. All right. Well, we were wanting to talk also about probably just a few of the other people that we've been interacting with that we could shout out, I think. So Disney on a Dime, thank you for interacting with us on Instagram. We do appreciate that. If you don't know, go ahead and follow them, Disney on a Dime, for Disneyland hints, tips, and tricks, including not riding the Jungle Cruise with Alex.
Absolutely. I'll link them in the show notes.
Awesome. Wow, that was such a professional intro for us. I don't even know why we just went through that route, but okay, we did.
It's the good stuff. So today we're talking about 2012's Home Alone 5 Holiday Heist.
Oh, we're just going to dive right into it. Okay.
Why? Did you have something else that you want to talk about?
I was looking up Twitter really quick to see what was up there, and no, it's okay.
Okay.
Nothing really that fascinating
Yeah.
that I could think of.
I mean, Elon got booed at a Chappelle show.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Let's talk about this just for 1 second.
Okay.
Completely off topic. Paige Van Zandt. Do we know who Paige Van Zandt is?
No.
She is a fighter, a UFC fighter. Knockoff WWE wrestler in AEW, I think is what it's called. She wrestles in AEW. And she is...
AEW?
AEW. And she's from our home state here, Dundee, Oregon. And she actually used to live in Clackamas. She recently... She's known to post some racy things here and there, you know. And she's trying to post something on IG, and IG wasn't letting her. And so she went to Twitter and said, you know what? I don't want to play, or I'm not going to be on IG anymore. Okay, fine.
Okay.
One guy on there posts, he goes, hi, my name's Brett. I hope you're having a great day. Maybe sometime you can reply and say hi or something like that, right? And oh my goodness, the wicked things that come on there. I was so shocked.
Oh, just in the comments?
Yes.
Oh, it's gotten bad.
People just hammered on this guy and just talked about how he just wanted to make Nick. And I'm just like, can't the guy just be a fan and say hello? But people just hammered this guy. Hammered him. Well, before that, he had multiple other posts I saw. No one really commented on those ones before he said that one. I don't know why. They left the other ones alone. But, you know, before this, I followed the thread a little bit down to see the older post. Not the thread from that post. But I followed it, and it led me to another one where he actually said, hi, my name's Brent. I'm mentally slow, or something like that. And I'm just like, Okay. Oh, obviously these people didn't do the research and go back and read, or maybe they didn't. They felt terrible after posting on this. But you know what, Brent? If you ever listen to us, I feel sorry for you that happened, and
That
I do
sucks.
apologize.
That really sucks.
And I hope Paige Van Zandt will make it right by you at some point.
If we're doing kind of off the skew kind of topics here, I kind of want to talk about. I'm sort of excited for this Oppenheimer movie.
What one's that?
It's Christopher Nolan. I am not typically a Christopher Nolan fan, especially as of lately, but I'm kind of excited to see Cillian Murphy in a lead role, talking about World War II, Manhattan Project. I don't know. Kind of excited for this.
Are you afraid that's going to be like a Dunkirk? I mean, Dunkirk came out pretty good, but
I actually enjoyed Dunkirk. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Dunkirk. If it's like Dunkirk, cool.
what's your greatest war movie of all time?
Guns of Navarro.
I'd probably go Top Gun.
Never seen it.
Really?
I've never seen it.
It makes me want to learn the piano in just one song.
Danger Zone?
Great Balls of Fire. Can you
Alright.
imagine just somebody going up to a computer and you hear, no, you sick my nerve and you rattle my brain.
Okay.
You don't think that you would just get up and
I
dance,
feel like
though?
I need to watch this movie to get that reference.
Have you never heard the song Great Balls of Fire?
I have.
But if someone went up to the piano, like the beginning of the song, no, and then you hear, you shake my nerve and you rattle my brain, you're not going to be like, oh, I know the words.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go, fine. Don't. I'm going to learn the piano. I'm going to play that. And I'm going to do it when I'm around you. And I'm going to do it in some place, just randomly. If it's at a church or whatever it may be. I'm just going to play Great Balls of Fire with you around. And then
I'm getting jiggy with it if you're playing Great Balls of Fire.
yeah, I'm going to learn it. And I'm going to scream the lyrics.
Perfect.
And I expect you to sing along.
Oh, I'm going to learn alternative lyrics and sing those.
I think you just ruined my idea, and I don't want to learn Great Balls of Fire. Thank you. You're
Folks,
fantastic
that's
at
what we
that.
call a success.
Okay, now I feel satisfied now. Now we can go to Home Alone.
All right. I don't want to talk about this movie.
Why? Because we have a kid that looks perpetually like he needs to poop his pants.
Yeah.
Or he's perpetually
It
worried.
pained me to see Malcolm McDowell stoop to this.
Okay, hold up. The dad actor, not bad.
Dad's not bad. Mom was bad.
She's terrible. The dad actor reminded me of like a Martin Freeman meets Jason Bateman.
He reminded me of like a Walmart Chris Parnell.
I like my version better.
Get out of here.
I like my version better.
Nah.
It's basically what it was like. If you look back at it, he is very Martin Freeman-like, and then sometimes he's like, okay, like a Jason Bateman in Ozarks. Great show, by the
Yeah, it is. No, totally disagree though.
way. Okay, fine.
He's a Walmart Chris Parnell.
The plot of this movie, we have this little boy who perpetually needs to poop, moves into a new home. Family doesn't believe him and his sister. There is a sister in this movie. Does not believe that mom and dad had enough money to pay for this house. Little boy goes over to play with this kid who is super obsessed with snow. Finds out that the home is haunted. When in reality, it was not haunted.
They find a safe in the basement, and behind the safe, later in the movie, the sister kicks down the back of the safe and find a kind of distillery bar kind of section in the house with Edvard Munch's painting. They never really give it a name.
These robbers in this movie want that painting because it is worth $84 million. I believe that number was $84 million or 85, one of the two. It was in the 80s.
I think 84 was the right number.
$84 million. These three robbers go in. One girl, two guys. The girl has an obsession with other boys. Gets obsessed with her.
Safe crackers. We've got man, I'm forgetting his name.
No. We're not gonna go into the actors. Yeah, we're gonna. You know what? This is gonna be the new thing. 2-minute review. 2-minute plot.
All right, you just burned through 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, I did by trying to explain this to you.
Yeah. So Malcolm McDowell's related to the family in the portrait.
And he wants the painting. And they try to break into the home.
We go through some Home Alone kind of stuff. Traps. Booby traps. Sister stuck in the basement. They trap thieves in the basement. Sister gets out. All's good.
All wins.
All right, and that's the end of the movie. Any final thoughts?
Well, I'd like to hear your thoughts about characters today. 3 best characters. I think there's enough characters in this movie that we can have 3 best characters.
Okay. Oh no, I forgot to record something for the characters. So here's something. Characters. Who are they? What are they doing? I don't know. My number 1, I'm going to go, I think his name was Simon.
Yes.
The gamer friend?
Yes, he is a. Yes, he is
in
number
Philadelphia
1.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm. He's in fact like he goes. I feel like I need to call your parents.
Yep, and he does. And
when the robbers are intruding, or he tells the kid, and he thought that he was going to play a game, or he was playing a game.
Yeah, and he kept trying to figure out, I can't find this game you're talking about.
I was, oh no, it's actually happening. He goes, oh, I should call your parents, or you need to call the cops, or
Yeah.
What's your address? And the kid's like, nope.
He calls the parents, and the parents assume that he's the kidnapper, and his house gets raided by the police.
Yes, and gets pepper sprayed. And then they hack into a camera and watch the whole thing play out.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Easily, by far. This guy hit the comedy bits perfectly. He was fun to have on screen.
He reminded me of was it Sam from Game of Thrones? Was that his name? The looks of him was like that.
I don't remember much about Game of Thrones. I kind of checked out during it.
He becomes friends with Jon Snow at the wall. Bigger guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Yes, he. I feel like he's like.
Yeah,
he
I
has a
kind of got the
look
same
like
vibe.
him.
Yeah,
But he's definitely a lot more better at comedy.
yeah, he was a ton of fun.
Who you got for number 2?
My number 2?
Yeah.
I'm going for that crazy, wacky kid across the street obsessed with snow.
Okay.
He didn't have a lot of screen time, but
He made me worried. Like I was just like, this kid is a polar bear.
he's way too obsessed with snow. But yeah, no, he belonged in a different movie. I just loved him.
Let's talk about as we mentioned before in the plot, the girl that falls in love with her safecrackers and.
Oh yeah. One of the 3 thieves.
Yep. This kid puts her in a snowman.
Like 5 minutes.
Yes. I like that.
Yep. I like that he's doing perfect like snow bricks for his wall too.
Yeah, he had a perfect snow brick. He knew everything about
Yep.
it. Like,
He was always working on it, but it never made any sort of like progress through the movie.
do
It
you
was always
think
the same size.
He can taste snow and be like, "This is snow from the West Indies."
This snow has been peed in.
That's what he's like. This snow. Oh no, this is just poop.
Oops. Yeah, I do.
He's got that
I
taste. He just
kind of got that vibe.
knows what country that snow just came from.
He's Rain Man, but instead of numbers, it's snow.
He has that.
Movie with him helping the dog escape from the country club in New Mexico.
Save his other dog girlfriend
Yes.
while other kids are ravaging through the woods, eating raw meat, becoming Wendigos.
Better movie. Disney, hire us.
I don't think they don't want. I don't know. I don't even know where to go with that. Anyways,
You heard the idea we had. You've seen the movies we've seen. This is more coherent than some of the movies we've watched.
about half of them, give or take.
That's still good odds.
My number 2 is going to be the dad.
Okay.
I just really enjoyed the actor, how he portrayed the dad. Some scenes I could see him being in, like an actual dad. And think about this: you're in a controlling relationship. That mom was controlling, 100%.
She was emotionally abusive.
Yeah, AKA Karen.
Yes.
She was. If you wanted to
She
paint a Karen,
lost her mind when her kids were telling her no, basically.
yes,
Just went ballistic.
she needed the Karen haircut.
Yeah.
If she had that, 100% full blown Karen.
Yep.
Here she's just 90% Karen.
Yep. This is only her second evolution. Once she gets to like level 32,
She
she'll evolve.
But
Smash that B button to stop that.
that was a guy that I felt like would have been married to a Karen, actually not played that badly.
Yeah.
Pretty funny in some places too.
Yeah, he was fun. He was fun.
What was your number 3?
My number 3, I'm going with Ed Asner.
That he was drunk.
I'm not convinced that he himself was not drunk during the filming of this.
Yes, 100%. I think he was absolutely drunk.
But every single scene that he was in, every single shot, outside of like slurring his words and being totally drunk, he owned it.
Oh,
He took over the movie when he was on screen.
Do you think he's just like, well, I'm in Home Alone 5, and they want me at a party? I'm throwing back some shots.
Getting hammered for Home Alone 5.
Yep.
By the way, this was like a made-for-TV in 2012.
That doesn't surprise me with this, like how it was. You can tell it was not.
It was part of like a 25 days of Christmas kind of marathon thing.
Okay.
So they're like really cranking out stuff.
So, to be honest with you, I think all the movies that we have mostly viewed are made for TV movies, just so you know.
Yeah, we're keeping it on. We're keeping it on.
Number 3 for me, I'm just going to give it to him just because he's in this movie and he is way above like the billing of this movie. I'm just going to give it to Malcolm McDowell here. He was the head robber. He just head above heels should have not been in this movie.
No.
Him and Ed Asner, like both of them, you're just like, what are you doing in this movie?
Yeah.
Like both you guys deserve better.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yes. So I'm just gonna give it to him because
He needed to upgrade his garage.
Yep.
Paid for it. Yeah, he was. What was going on during the last bit where he like slams his foot into the trash can and then he's walking around with like a fake brace with some rain boot and metal?
yeah, I don't know why they
Like-
wrote it into the store. Why doesn't he just go to the place?
Hospital.
Yeah.
Or get some Ace bandage. They've got braces in the store that are.
Go to Rite Aid, not
Yeah.
the warehouse store.
Yeah, he takes some like plywood and some rope and like ties it around a rain boot with his foot inside to use it as a cast because he bumped his leg into a trash can.
It was terrible.
I love the line that he drops at the end where he was just going to hang up the picture over his mantle. He wasn't even going to sell it.
Oh, you knew it once you found out. Like,
It was like a family.
yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
he's not selling that.
Yeah.
But, I'm gonna throw a topic out just for this movie, really quick.
Is it traps?
Yes,
I was thinking about that too.
we should do traps here. I think we should have the best traps.
Oh, I knew I should have gone back and re-looked at those traps.
Oh, favorite traps.
Favorite traps.
I am gonna
Go
go
first.
with, you know what, the one that got me was the garage one.
Which part of the garage one?
So you had the first one with the weights. I'm not talking about that one. There's there.
Oh, the lawnmower shooting out the.
No, the snow.
Oh, you're right. The snow.
Yeah. So there's this machine that the dad you see struggle with earlier on in the movie, and he's pushing it, and it removes the snow off the walkway, which I didn't know that those existed.
Oh, really?
But obviously, we live in Oregon, and it only snows like once a year.
Yeah.
So, and usually not that deep.
No.
But
We also get ice with it, which would be a horrible combo with that thing.
yeah, I think it will shoot like.
Ice
a
shards
rocket.
everywhere.
But I was wondering where this trap was going to go because the obviously the guy gets in, one of the robbers, not the Malcolm McDowell, the other guy robber here, and he gets underneath the garage, and I'm like, dude, what's the point of dropping all these little balls everywhere? Like, he obviously sees the balls. Like, okay, like I can kick these out of the way. Like, what is this kid gonna do? Well. He was able to booby trap this snow remover thing and starts flinging the balls at the guy.
That was clever.
I didn't see that coming until like after like I heard the machine fired up and they showed it. I'm like, oh, that's the thing. I was like, he's gonna get pelted.
Yeah. Having his little outline in the garage was a nice little touch.
And then he had all the little welts all over him, or big welts, I should say, over his
he
face.
spat out like a full golf ball.
So I think that's my favorite trap.
Okay. But I'm going to go for the super simple, the cotton that's in the garbage disposal that's jumping out at him.
Ah, yes.
Right after, so
After he steals the cookie.
robber number 2, I forget his name. I don't.
Same guy with the guy gets belted with the golf balls here.
Yeah.
Poor guy. He got the best traps.
Yeah, he did. So there's a part where he's eating some gross gingerbread cookies, and he goes to spit them out, and he's spitting them into the sink. He turns on the garbage disposal, and the garbage disposal just starts spitting up like dust and cotton at him, and it just gets stuck all over his face. It's so specific on like a couple things happening in order for that trap to work.
I think a lot of his traps were like that. When
Absolutely.
you think about it, like a lot of his traps, like this needs to happen. I think he just, I don't know.
Like this needs to happen, then this needs to happen, and then this needs to happen for this third trap to work.
Yes.
Because what if this guy went for the garbage instead of the sink and just spat it out into the garbage, and the parents come home, turn on the garbage disposal a week later, cotton ball.
So, for instance, my second trap is in the same boat.
Is it the window thing?
When the girl gets stuck in the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the part where the girl gets stuck in the window, and he starts shooting like a wrist rocket at the girl's butt and hitting the butt, and she thinks that at this time the girl robber gets stuck, half her butt and legs are outside, and she's stuck in the window. I forgot what caused her to get stuck in the window.
She was climbing through. She used a gingerbread to, sorry, not a gingerbread. She used a nutcracker to prop open the window, but he had a string attached to the.
Yes, and pulled it.
He yanked it out while she was halfway through, and somehow she can't lift up the window again.
No, so she's stuck. Half her body's inside. The front half's.
She's already had like tar, or
Mm-hmm.
what's suggested to be tar, dumped on her, and I forget what the second thing. Was it just a vase dropped on her head?
Well, she had that. She was part of the weight in the beginning of the garage.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking while she's stuck in the window.
Oh, the first part around, and then she falls over a reindeer, a wooden reindeer on the
Yeah.
outside.
Yep.
And then that thing came out. I was just like, how do you not like see that thing behind you at first? But
Right.
that would be so specific. Like after the first trap, I'm like, for robbers in any movie like this, I'd be like, I'm getting Home Alone here.
Right.
I gotta think outside the box.
It's so specific.
But this one, I like the fact that he's shooting the wrist rocket, hitting the robber's butt, and then she starts kicking the guys that are out there, and I thought that was pretty. It's funny because they're
funny.
like, "What are you doing? Don't touch me!"
Now, question.
Yes.
Are we talking about set traps set by the main character, or just traps that the characters fall into?
I think traps that the set by the main character at the end here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rule out then that bicycle machine gun snowball thing that the neighbor kid had.
Yeah, that's not really a trap.
So close. So I guess my number 2 is going to be the spooky room that Malcolm McDowell goes into.
You know, that was gonna be my number 3.
It's fun.
I think
I want to know what that
pretty good.
setup looks like. This kid had a ton of string.
he was the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did buy string. I mean, there was that scene where
Not
he goes
that
to the
much string.
store. And like, what can I get for $1.49 or
Yeah.
whatever? And buys a spool of string.
Yeah. Initially goes to check out with like $2,000 of stuff, and he's like, "Well, what can I get for like $1.50?"
Yeah, it's just like, what, kid, you serious?
Right.
He was ready to write a check. I'd be so pissed as a parent and be like, you kidding me?
Right. So that's your number 3?
That is my number 3. I think it was a fun scene.
Yeah.
From what it was, just the fact that he was able to control the TV, the lights in the room. He was able to slam that TV or the door shut. And plus he had Malcolm McDowell involved in it. And I mean, let's continue the trap a little further. The whole entire when he gets wrapped up with the gift wrap,
Oh yeah.
and then they push him down the stairs. That's a vicious kid.
That's brutal.
I mean, if someone
I don't have my notes with me, but the moment that happened, I wrote attempted murder on my
You did?
notes because it's like,
Okay, now be honest though, if someone came into your house and was just like, I'm gonna rob this place.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be like,
at this
you're going
point-
down some stairs, my guy.
And at this point, they're going right after the kid. They're not really focusing on the painting at that point. They're going after the kid.
I mean, you'd have to, though. Think about it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
this kid has been tormenting you. You want to make sure that the torment stops.
Mhm.
And obviously, he's pulling some strings, literally,
Yeah.
to
quite
make
literally.
some things happen. So, I mean, if you take the string puller, why not?
Okay.
Now, the question is, what do you do when you get to catch the kid?
Well,
I mean, I like their idea for trapping
Bite
him in
off
the
his
car,
fingers
but that's
one by
kinda
one.
bad. Okay, let's throw it back to the retro one. I get it.
yeah. My number 3, I'm just going to go with the final simple one where he's got some string going down through the vent to pull that the bottle up to trap them in. Again, I like the simplicity.
That's kind
My
of like
question-
the box.
Yeah.
Remember when you're trying to catch like a wild animal? You had a string, some food underneath there.
The simplicity of it worked. But my question is, why couldn't the sister just knock up that, use that lever and then run out the door like she did?
Especially while they're holding the painting.
Yeah.
Or arguing about the painting. I mean, after they start fighting, why not? Just go reach for it.
Yeah.
Now,
just do it.
off topic here, let's talk about that sister. I mean, she did exactly what I'd probably do if I'm going to be trapped in there all by myself. Go for some booze.
Yeah.
I mean, there's booze all around you. Now,
Absolutely. Just why not?
After reading that sign, though, that said, drink if you dare, or whatever it was, or take my booze if you dare, I probably would not be drinking from that wall, but I'd
Also-
be looking at all the other bottles around that. You could probably drink something.
I would think so. Yeah, I'm with you that, like, after reading that sign, and this guy's, like, bad enough to take off some mobsters. I'm not gonna be messing with his moonshine,
Talk about a little secret room, too.
right?
That was a
He
sick
had a
room.
safe, and then in the back of the safe was a false wall with a massive room.
And it had, like, 4 tables and chairs, like, sets with a
It-
full bar. And
It looked like, just like a wall to wall, all 4 walls, alcohol.
it looked like a small bar. Like, there are places in Portland where you can go drink, and it's like that place. What a nice room.
It is the kind of the nicest room. They just need to take out the safe.
But I like
Or-
the fact that it's like a safe wall sort of thing. Fake wall thing.
I like the fake wall. Just take out the safe and we're good. Keep in the bookshelf. Keep a little scrappy classic Scooby Doo.
No, I like it. Like, it was like a double fake.
Double fake?
Yeah, I like the double fake.
Okay. What would you do down there?
Drink?
Okay. I would turn that into a game room. Theater.
Nah. I don't want people to know my drinking spot. Okay, let's be honest. It's going to turn into a sex dungeon.
Yeah.
People don't know my dark fantasies. No, sorry. So we have number 3. Saving graces, I think, is what we agreed upon this time around. Is saving graces of a movie, and I think this is probably going to be a topic that sticks with us.
Yeah, I think so. I have a feeling that we're going to have similar choices here. Because my number 1 for Saving Grace is a gamer guy.
Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He's a diamond in a rough.
Yes. I mean, if they actually made a movie about him, it could be interesting, playing against this kid.
Yeah.
He didn't even know it was a kid. He just kept
Yeah.
on killing him. He goes, "Oh man, I would have given you some wins." And he goes, "No, don't give me wins." And
Yeah.
I mean, after he sees this kid, he's probably like, "Oh man, I'm beating up on a kid who looks perpetually scared and needs to poop his pants."
I should go easier on this kid. But his parents had my house raided.
Mm-hmm. So in the end, after his house gets raided, he does get a plane ticket home. They do buy him a plane ticket home because they get $30,000 for catching the thieves or whatever it is.
No, is that your number 1 as well?
Yes.
Cool.
Question though,
Cool.
off topic.
Cool.
They get $30,000 for catching the thieves or whatever it is, right?
Cool.
Congratulations. That's a cool, great amount of money.
Yeah.
You had an $84 million painting in your house and you just gave it away to a museum? Well, I'm giving that away to the highest bidder from our museum.
I'm with you there. I'm
You
with you
want
there.
this painting in your museum? I'm not taking your free passes. I am taking some cash.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is going to be just the references back to the original.
Those were cute.
I don't think they are very great saving graces of the movie, but I just like the fact that you look back, they did the whole the shaving scene.
He slaps it on his cheeks, and he's like, eh.
Even when he's at running around, because you remember in the first movie, he goes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm jumping.
Here
on the
I
couch."
go.
Yep. He did the same thing. Like, you better stop me, Mom. He did the same thing with like his sister was left home alone with him. And he did the same thing. So,
Yeah.
I give the fact that even though this movie's terrible, there's multiple 10, 15 years or more than that, actually, I should say, probably like 20 years from the original, but here we are, and it's still high-fiving it at least. I'll give it that.
Yeah, we're 22 years.
22 years.
22 years, which is nuts. We're still making these. My number 2 saving grace is going to be probably that party scene with Ed Asner and the dad, where Asner kept mistaking the dad for his former butler.
Okay.
I enjoyed that whole setup. That was
What
fun.
would you do if that happened to you?
I kept being mistaken for a butler?
Yes, like you went to your girlfriend's party.
Okay.
Christmas party. You work at separate places, and the boss, she just got this job. You're just at the Christmas party, and the boss keeps on saying that you're his butler. What would you do?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Do you avoid him? Do you go home?
No, I wouldn't avoid him or go home. It's a party. I'm just going to keep on partying. Just like I ignore him, I guess.
I've been to a party like this before.
Okay.
For my wife's Christmas or end of year party that they have, right? And I got called Rob. The guy kept on calling me Rob.
Okay.
It's like, where did you pull Rob out of? What'd you do? Google my uncle?
Right.
It was kind of weird.
That happens. I had coworkers that called me Michael. Because of
I don't even know where you pull Michael out of from you.
right.
All right. Number 3, saving grace. I am going to say the Snow Kid.
Are we talking the character or the a particular scene?
Just all about him.
Okay.
When he was around, I'm just like, it caught my attention, but not necessarily a good way, but it kept my attention.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, please, somebody get this kid some help.
This kid needs some like social workers to like check on him, see if he's okay.
I mean, yes. Like, why is his parents letting him play?
By the way,
Snow Kid?
I'm right there with you as far as like saving graces because
The Snow Kid.
Snow Kid was fun.
I mean, I love it. Like, we can go make snow cones. Oh, that's right. Snow.
Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's building a fort out of snow. He's got a working little bicycle launcher set up.
I'm slightly disappointed in him, actually, though.
Oh.
Because he's just in one spot the whole time behind his little fort.
That he never actually like, comes out and interacts with like anyone else.
Well, I'm more disappointed in the fact that, one, with how well he knows snow, how does he not have that fort built already? 2, why isn't there like an igloo built?
That's what bummed me out was you continuously saw him working on these bricks, but his fort never got any bigger, like at all.
I'm surprised he never built an igloo.
That would be sick.
Have you ever built an igloo?
I tried.
I've done it. It's weird because I'm also afraid when I got in there. I'm like, how well did I build this? Is this thing going to fall in on me? Like, you're wondering, like, I'm from Oregon? I only get this every 4 to 5 years?
Right.
I should not have been able to build this, but here we are. We built it.
When I was younger, in our backyard, there was like a pile of snow. So I kind of like burrowed underneath it and kind of cleared it out as best I could. Went in there. It was small enough for me laying down. That was about it. The moment I crawled out, thing collapsed.
I didn't even have that. I had to take a ball
Okay.
and roll it. Like I was building a snowman, but I kept on rolling it and rolling it and rolling it and rolling it until it got big enough, and then you filled in the sides.
Right.
So it's a really big ball. And obviously this is not when I was little. Because I mean, you can't roll a ball that big?
Yeah.
That little, and you need multiple people. It took 2 people to do it. And we filled in the sides, and then we took a piece of wood and just kind of dug it out, and then we had an igloo.
Nice. So was that your secret drinking spot?
At that time, it's funny because when that snowstorm hit, not a lot of people were expecting that storm to hit. And right before it, I actually bought a bunch of Kool-Aid jammers.
Okay.
And so I was able to, and I left them in the car. And this was, I think, day 2 of the snowstorm when it hit, when we built this, and it's still snowing. And I had some Kool-Aid jammers inside an igloo.
Nice.
I guess I could have made a
could have made like a little
snow
bar.
cone of Kool-Aid jammer. So, not really a secret spot. Not the greatest, but
Right, free beer on the outside. Any final thoughts?
don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't even, if you're gonna Home Alone marathon it, don't even allow this to be a part of that Home Alone marathon. Don't even give it the aspect of the glory of a Home Alone movie.
No.
Holiday Heist is the name of this movie. Take out the Home Alone. This movie is just called Holiday Heist.
Yeah. Yeah. He's home with his sister the whole time.
Yes. Good character, by the way.
The sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the sister has played okay. There are, Malcolm McDowell and Asner, sure, but no. Don't even go down this route. Just go online
Garbage.
and look at Simon's scenes
Yes.
and avoid the rest of the movie.
100% agree. This movie is garbage. It doing the little nods to the previous movies.
Not worth it.
It was cute,
Done terribly, though.
but it kind of bugged me because it's like, this isn't a Home Alone. He's not home alone at all. The sister's there with him the whole time. And like, what are we doing?
Done terribly. They were done. Those nods were done terribly.
By the way, there's no build up to like him doing the traps or anything. Like, you know how in the original Home Alone, he's like starts off with like a little fake town, and he starts was it with the BB gun and that little the gangster movie with the guy getting shot up. There's like no build up of that. It's just like we're trudging through the movie, and then last third happens, so we're like, cool, here's a bunch of traps.
He thinks there's a ghost at first, and then he just so happens when he's going home to catch that these people are going to try to rob his house.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even catch that?
This movie is so eager to like be a part of the Home Alone, but it does nothing to like actually deserve it.
No, it detracts, man, 100%.
Yeah, it's garbage. Don't watch it. Check out Simon's scenes, but other than that,
This might be one of the worst movies we reviewed.
yeah, I'm thinking like it might be like tied with one of the High School Musicals, but yeah, it's down there. Zombies, sorry.
It is down. It is down towards the bottom parts.
Yeah, but this is the beginning of our Christmas series
Ish.
ish.
Yeah.
Next week we have another one coming to you.
Yes. Hopefully a better one
Yeah.
than this movie. Garbage thing.
Anything else you want to add?
This has been an episode of the Backseat Critics.
Yes, it has.
We are sorry that you're listening to this one, but you're still here, so we are thankful that you made it through the end.
Congratulations.
Go buy yourself a cookie because we're not buying you one.
Nope. And until next week, goodbye.
We out.